Welcome children. Today we are going to learn chapter 4. It's all about the nervous system. Got it? And I promise you that it's going to be a lovely lesson, an interesting lesson, and you're going to have a great time. Let's see what is the warm-up all about. In your notebook, list down the names and draw the structures of the sense organs that we use to see and hear. Now this is a simple drawing. I guess you know what are the sense organs that we use to see and hear. All you have to do is just name them, just write down the name and only draw these two ones. That is the organ that we use to see and hear. I hope it was nice and have fun doing the illustration. Okay, so now we move further ahead. Let's see what we are going to look into in this lesson. It's going to be know and describe the structure of the nervous system, learn the functions of the nervous system, learn the importance of sense organs. We learn about our surroundings through the sense organs. The sense organs cannot recognize anything on their own. They are like receiving centers. They just receive the sensations which are further passed on to the nervous system. Now, the nervous system is made up of different parts: the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. Our body has interconnected network of nerves. These can be compared to the network of roads. The brain receives and sends messages through these nerves. So this network of nerves allows the brain to monitor every part of our body with respect to our surroundings. Okay, now this is the nervous system, children. We are going to, under the nervous system, first and foremost, we are going to learn about the brain. All right. Let's concentrate the nervous system consists of the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. First, we are going to concentrate on the brain. The brain is the center of control. It is where all the information about the surroundings is collected and processed. It controls the entire body by sending and receiving messages through the nerves. The brain helps a person to think, remember, feel, and control body movements. That's great information, isn't it? The brain has three main parts. Which are the three main parts? The cerebrum, cerebellum, and the medulla. All right. Now we are going to learn about the cerebrum first. Okay, see, this is the human brain, all right, and this is the cerebrum. This is the main and the largest part of the brain. It has grooves and folds so that it can fit into the skull. It receives messages from the sense organs and sends back messages about what is to be done. The cerebrum is a center of learning, memory, intelligence, and reasoning. It is dome-shaped. What is the shape of the cerebrum? It is dome-shaped. Got it? Okay, that was something interesting about the cerebrum. Children, draw the human brain, name the parts, and then write about each and every part. First, to begin with the cerebrum. Okay, now we go to the cerebellum. This part of the brain is an egg-shaped structure. See, this is over here, cerebellum. It is responsible for control and coordination of voluntary muscles like the movement of limbs. It helps to balance the body while walking, running, cycling, and it even helps to keep you in upright position. Okay, that is the function of the cerebellum. Then we have the medulla. Medulla is also known as brain stem because of its shape. It is a stem-like structure and lies at the base of the brain. It connects the brain to the spinal cord. Its function is to control the movement of involuntary muscles used in breathing, blinking of eyes, heartbeat, digestion, etc. Okay, so that was it. Some great information that we learned about the cerebrum, the cerebellum and the medulla, and I want you to make pointers for each and every part of the human brain. First you're going to sketch it, then you're going to write in neat pointers, and then you're going to visit or rather surf the net and find out about it. I would encourage you to watch some videos also on the same, so that you can seep in the matter inside your brains nicely. Okay, now let's look at the fact is the right half of the brain controls the left side of the body. Similarly, the left half of the brain controls the right side of the body. Thus, when one side of the brain is damaged, the opposite side of the body gets affected. Now, this is an interesting fact is, children. Quickly let it seep into your brain and remember it always. Got it? Now from the brain, we are going to go to the spinal cord. What are we going to go to, children? The spinal cord. Let's see. Let's gather some information about it. All right. The backbone consists of 33 vertebrae which make a column. In this column lies a bundle of thick rope-like nerves called the spinal cord. It starts from the medulla and goes down to the end of the spine. Nerves from the spinal cord are spread all over the body. Messages travel to and fro between the brain and the rest of the body through the spinal cord. Now, can you see this? Okay, can you see the beauty of the spinal cord, children? That is really, really interesting. Now, we finished with the brain. We finished with the spinal cord. Now, we are going to proceed further to the nerves. That's what I enjoyed learning about the brain and the spinal cord. Now let's see some interesting facts about the nerves. All right, nerves are like wires that link the whole body to the brain. Nerves are made up of nerve cells. There are mainly 3 types of nerves. They are the sensory nerves, motor nerves, and the mixed nerves. Now coming up with the sensory nerves, these nerves are associated with the sense organs of our body. They carry information from the eyes, the nose, the ears, the tongue and the skin to the brain. Motor nerves, these nerves carry information from the brain to our muscles or organs and make them move. For example, the watering of the mouth at the aroma of good food. Now this is a fantastic example, children. All our mouths water, isn't it? When there is some lovely and delicious and aromatic food around. Now see this girl, okay? She eats chili. Okay, these are the mixed nerves, all right? Sensory nerves tell her that. And as soon as she, the motor nerves tell her that the chilies are hot. See this lovely function over here. It is great, isn't it? Now we finished with the sensory nerves, the motor nerves and the mixed nerves. See the process over here. The sensory nerves, the mixed nerves and the motor nerves telling each other what actually happened. The mixed nerves, these nerves perform both the functions. That is, they carry messages from our spinal cord to the brain and bring back signals from the brain too. Mixed nerves are composed of both sensory and motor fibers. The same nerve fiber never performs both the tasks. Did you get it? Okay. Now, fact is, nerves are made up of nerve cells called neurons. Alright, now which are the neurons? The dendrite and the axon. Did you get it? Now reflex action. How do you react if you touch a thorn accidentally? You withdraw your hand quickly without thinking, isn't it? Now we finished with the nerves. Now we are going to see about the reflex action, children. Okay, reflex action. All right. You withdraw your. How do you react? Once again, I may ask you. How do you react if you touch a thorn accidentally? You withdraw your hand quickly without thinking. Some actions are very fast and automatic. You act without thinking. Such actions are called reflex actions. Reflex actions are controlled by the spinal cord. When a thorn pricks your finger, you feel the pain in the skin of our finger. Here, receptor sense organ is the skin. The sensory organ sends a message to the spinal cord. The spinal cord orders the motor nerves. The motor nerves order muscles to withdraw your hand. Here the muscles are effector organ. See, let's have a look at the reflex action, okay? Now this is the pot and this is the plant. Now what is the stimulus? The thorn is touched. And where does the direct, what happens to the sharp object? Now there's a direct impulse. The muscles contract. The nerves carry the muscles to the spinal cord. Okay, this is the spinal cord, and the response is the spinal cord instructs you to withdraw your hand immediately. Did you see this lovely thing that is going on? See how God has made our body so very beautiful. And such a lot of things happening inside our body, isn't it? Now let's learn what is the exact meaning of receptor. An organ having nerve endings that respond to stimulation. Okay, and what's an effector? An organ that becomes active in response to the nerve impulses. Okay, now let's go to the checkpoint 1. Sensory nerves send signals from dash to the dash. They send signals from the sense organs to the brain. Alright, motor nerves send signals from the dash to the dash. From the brain to the muscles or organs. Alright children, the nerve cells are called neurons. Reflex action is controlled by the spinal cord. The medulla is also referred to as brain stem. Got it children? Now from here we are going to move to the sense organs. I hope you all are finding interesting, alright, whatever you are learning. Okay. Now the sense organs in a human body are eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. Let us study about them in detail today. Now we are going to begin with the eyes. What are we going to begin with? Eyes. Let's see. The first thing we are going to start is about the eyes. Eyes are, now this is a eye. And these are this is an eye. Now these are the parts of an eye. Let's see the parts. Alright. This is the iris. This is the cornea. This is the pupil. This is the lens, this is the retina, and this is the optic nerve. Look at that. I want you to draw it, children, and I want you to sketch it. Lovely sketching I am expecting from your end. And I want you to label the parts. Eyes are present in the eye sockets of our skull. Eyes help us to see the world around us. They work like cameras and send moving images to the brain. The brain in return tells us what we have seen. Eyes are covered with flap-like eyelids. Eyelids protect the eyes from foreign matter such as dust, dirt and other debris, as well as bright light that might damage the eyes. The eyelashes present in the eyelids and the eyebrows protect the eyes from dust. We can see an object when the light bounces off the object and enters the eye through a clear, transparent area called the cornea. Behind the cornea is the iris. It is a flat colored ring-shaped membrane with an adjustable circular opening called the pupil in the center. Can you see it is in the center, the pupil, children? Very good. The pupil, which looks like a black spot, is actually an opening in the iris that lets light into the eyes. Muscles in the iris make the pupil bigger or smaller to let in light depending on the brightness outside. When it is dark outside, the pupils become bigger to let in more light. When there is bright sunlight, the pupils become smaller to let in less sunlight. Let in less light. Behind the pupil is a clear lens. The lens focuses the picture on the retina. What does the lens focus on? The lens focuses the picture on the retina. There are tiny nerves on the retina. These nerves send the messages to the bigger nerve called the optic nerve. Then the optic nerve carries messages to the brain. The brain understands and tells you what you have seen. Now we finished with the functioning of the eyes. Now let's see as to how to take care of these lovely eyes that God has given us. When you read, face towards the source of light. Sit upright while reading. Never read a book while lying down. Do not sit too close to the television while watching it. Do not watch too much of television and do not play on the computers or tablets for long hours. Wash your eyes with clean water. Never use someone else's handkerchief to clean your eyes. This can cause infection. Alright, let's see quickly the fact is. If you find it difficult to read or see objects near or far, go for an eye checkup. You may need spectacles. Wow, that is great. I think so. Everybody, all of you all, just have a look at your eyes and see if you are observing or having any difficulty in reading or seeing things far and near. Okay? And I recommend everybody to get your eyes checked as soon as possible. At least once in 6 months, you need to get your eyes checked. Alright, next we are going to go to the next sense organ, that is the ear, children. Okay, to the ears. Now let's see about the ears. We use our ears to now this before seeping into the knowledge about it, let's see the human ear. This is the human ear. This is what you're going to draw. Okay, this is known as the malleus. This is the incus. These are the stapes. This is the cochlea. Okay, this is the eardrum. And this is the ear canal. Alright, we use our ears to hear and identify different sounds. The ear has 3 parts, the outer ear, the middle ear and the inner ear. Which are the 3 parts of the ear, children? The outer ear, the middle ear and the inner ear. Ears also help in maintaining balance of our body. Sound waves travel into the ear canal and reach the drum. The eardrum passes the sound waves in form of vibrations through the middle ear into the inner ear. Inside the inner ear, there are thousands of tiny hair cells. These hair cells change the vibrations into electric signals. They are sent to the brain through the hearing nerve. The brain then tells that you are hearing a sound and what that sound is. Okay, let us see how to take care of the ears, children. All right. Do not clean ears with sharp objects. Listen to music on a low volume. Overuse of earplugs can cause harm to our ears. Keep the ears clean and dry. Now let's see the fact is, when we sneeze, we actually throw foreign particles out of our body. A snake smells with the help of its tongue. Now we finished with the ears. Now we are going to go to the next sense organ, that is the nose, children. Alright, we breathe and smell through our nose. But before going through the, gathering information about the nose, let's pay close attention to the human nose. This is how is the human nose, and this is the nose, and this is the nasal cavity. All right, now let's have a look at the great information that is given here. We breathe and smell through our nose. Special nerve cells are present at the upper part of our nose. When we smell something, the gas particles reach these nerve cells and they send special smell messages to the brain. The brain helps us to identify the object even if we do not see the object. When we have common cold, our nose is blocked. Smell does not reach these nerve cells and we cannot smell. We have small hair in the nostrils which help in filtering the air entering our body and thus help in keeping dust particles outside. That was great information, children. All right, draw the human nose, label the parts. Okay, now let's see how we take care of our nose. Never blow your nose hard. Do not pick on your nose. Avoid breathing. Got it? Then we finish with the eyes, the ears and the nose. Next we go to the tongue, children. All right, we go to the tongue. Look at this. This is the human tongue. This is the human tongue. This is the papilla. These are the taste buds with the taste pore and the microvilli. Our tongue helps us in speaking and eating. It is covered with 2,000 to 10,000 taste buds which end with nerve endings. These taste buds receive the taste and send message to the brain. Our brain in return helps in detecting our food tastes, namely salty, sweet, bitter and sour. The smell of the food plays an important role in how it tastes. You must have observed that when you have cold or when your nose is blocked, the food does not taste good as it tastes normally. Of course, I have observed, definitely you might have observed too, and you must have not realized about it. Okay, so how do we take care of the tongue? Clean your tongue with a tongue cleaner before and after brushing your teeth. Do not eat or drink anything which is too hot or too cold. Rinse your mouth after every meal. Okay, that's great. Now let's go to the skin. The skin is the outer, that's the final sense organ. All right. What is the final sense organ, children? It is the skin. Okay. The skin is the outer covering of our body and the largest sense organ. It contains several nerve endings which help us in detecting pain, heat, pressure, etc. It also protects our internal organs. Okay, now how do we take care of our skin? Take a bath every day And keep your body clean. Drink plenty of water to keep your skin hydrated. Do not wear clothes worn by others. Use sunscreen lotion to protect skin from harmful rays of the sun. Before proceeding further, let's look at the fact case. Okay. Butterflies are able to taste with their feet because they have taste buds situated on their feet. That's great piece of information. Skin gets color from the pigment called melanin. Skin has the ability to regenerate itself. Wow, that was some terrific knowledge, isn't it? Now let's go to the checkpoint 2. State true or false. Mixed nerves carry information from the brain to our muscles or organs and give them instructions to move. This is definitely a true. Reflex actions are controlled by the spinal cord. This is also true. We should breathe through our mouth. False. We should breathe through our nose. Nose is covered with taste buds which end with nerve endings. That is definitely a false. Ears also help in maintaining the balance of our body. Yes, true. Now we have come to the summary of the lesson. We have come to the end of the lesson. The brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves make up the nervous system. The cerebrum and the cerebellum and the medulla are the three main parts of the brain. The brain is the control center of the body. Which is the control center of the body? The brain. The sense organs are connected to the brain. We should take care of our sense organs. Children, that was an interesting topic and I definitely enjoyed the lesson. I think you enjoyed the lesson on nervous system. Have a great day. It's a big thank you for today.